The Belau Media Council's Summer of Health and Wellness highlights healthy and holistic activities in Belau, including government wellness programs, Team Belau workout regimens, Belauan NGO activities, and the upcoming Omal Marathon in September. The Summer of Health and Wellness is a Healthy Belau, healthy initiative for locally funded NCD prevention and health promotion programs.
Mal clubo le ungil tuta we ungil onge wa luriol mergi derogui el al tuta wa obangeda leitor abluraira indinganga order tiale Belau National Olympic Committee ma Dean Terry el ngiyago order Ministry of Education gadamerang asule ar other Ministry of Health and Human Services el malbato kaigel federal grant el gida dimdengel wasing NCD mang tangartiang al mlosabaril ngua grant mlosabela PNOC partnership lobangela Ministry of Education ermula tokol youth activities ma of course tial mlomregal Belau games matangartial katamdenge rogul wasitigam lar tiar serame el atuguk me away sergi del wasigel activity tilbli el giltmok maigel gora update makmul masa Miss Oimei mal kuk lomo laigel kuk swal low isel mergi dungul masa Mr. Terry mamalungit total meromil teru ngekun maskawe later kora mo ay sa tetelel tial programmer kami
sulang chene malungil total korao madin mar staffer PWFM ediregal malungil total marbekla da loreng se omeser tal programmer gideral tutao tel dibo ko ay tel programa PNOC apply til NCD grant Bekara mang elalir ayuk plus amal lagim le apply for 25,000 and dinguk no sab amal ding ngilo 19 ningi magi le partner lo mangela Ministry of Education ya se magara ko boda dal tul alade dol nga seo el guk host our youth games el gidir nga leget magi ko le mestre sayid el intercession am le el sela July el alir magel dates ra games am le July 5 to 13 Romding la se obi samal mle masang al summer lagi Mlora Marshall Islands for the Micronesian Games it's edi mlel tera club seng o mula youth games may gyore ederngil momreg enguk morning aklol Olympics so agiman ne bisir al summer but adama lower nga sulir adra NCD nos ilmas komtal grant ma partners sa gidra MOE los amelt makaloryo roguye radrut maklita gidel youth games el morang alaget so tiamle focus ringia ages el 18 el medio 18 el medio los ela igel National Federation sa PNOC mla 11 el federation sam los sabiil el rukmo host rangal host program certier so mleu alel agine partner bangel MOE tene help with recruitment raw alel mlel sala April May adina kuk mle work with the schools mala sign up rangal wa makuk kamlar obis tigel guk mle dumar obis agidire galbem sign up partir di mainly gipay luro tigel sport federation so set agida bodoruringi agida age group pekam etira kuk mulet tira kamrule galuro abek kalsils matta madangel wase o swimming a the focus or target rangal ga magikare makukuha pare boy team sports ako focus rangal 13 and up so you know each federation ako plengot ay dal age groups el tirable oil mga nitigel rangal from 6 to 18 or 18 down so los eligay del date till July 5 and Mlo 13 the 11 federation similar nga about over 400 talngal kamle sign up yeah so sa guk masadin munguk kora o maski dayel guk ngar alira wa basing lunches mga guk mle helper tel programmer gidel nos edal hosting al summer.
Thank you very much Steph and host Jennifer and especially to everyone out there listening, especially the youth and the parents. So like our counterpart partner from PNOC Stephanie shared, This year, PNOC was fortunate to get a 19,000 grant from the NCD program. Unfortunately, our program for phys ed at MOE did not get it, but we were fortunate to have partnership with PNOC. So we decided after our discussion on collaboration, this is what we came up with, hosting the youth games in the intersession during July 5th to 13th. So we took care, PNOC took care certain part of the program. We took MOE took some parts of it, and it was a very successful program in my opinion. It was an example of successful programs when agencies come together and collaborate with collaborative effort with similar goals, and also an example of when we take this NCD grant and we put it into programs that really focus on our youth to target health. And I think this is one of them that was very successful. Although it was only from 5th to the 13th, we saw a lot of improvement and a lot of interest, and a lot of things came out of it. So MOE, starting in April, we started doing recruits at the schools, having students sign up at their school, which is easier to capture because they're there at the schools. So we get their sign-ups from the schools, while PNOC was busy at the Micronesian Games. So by the time they got back, it's already set. We already have the sign-ups. Then we met with the federations. Each federation was given their list, and from there they took that and they ran with it. They set up their programs. So when the program started, we just bussed the kids over to Koror from Bubble Dub and everywhere else, and then from PNOC we went out to the sports venues, and then MOE also was able to feed the children at the program. So we opened up the cafeterias at Koror and Mayuns Elementary School, and the facilities that were further away was their food was delivered to them. So with that NCD grant, we were able to offer food. I don't know if the 19,000, I feel like the 19,000 was not enough, but it was a start. It was a start. Yeah, it was a start that helped the program.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that next year both agencies will get some funding so that we can both collaborate with some resources that we can use to really make this more successful. But that's where it is. So it was a very exciting thing to see the kids go through. Every year when there's a sports youth programs, we usually imagine competition, and sometimes it's important not to just do competition. So we're very grateful for PNOC for reaching out further than just competition and really hit a developmental stage where the kids were within this time were not just competing against each other, but rather they were developing skills. So the sports federations are very specialized in developmental stages of skills, and that's where we depended on them. And they did that with the children from 5-year-old all the way up to 18. 5-year-olds,
Wow.
yeah. So we had
That's
5-year-olds. We started with recruiting 6-year-olds, but then the interest got further, and then the parents wanted 5-year-olds. And luckily, the swimming association and then other programs were able to cater to that request. So they developed skills. But beyond that, we were very happy because it wasn't just skills that they were developing in sports. They were doing things beyond skills. They were building character as they were going through this. For us at the education, we call it our social emotional learning. Kids learning, yes, sportsmanship and character, all that. So for us, it really hit those areas, and that's where behavioral change comes in, not only for social and emotion, but also the responsibility of becoming a healthy citizen and self-control and all of that. So it was and then that lunch program, that healthy lunch program, was a great way for them to even, understand that the importance of having a healthy day with a healthy meal and a healthy conversation during your meals, because they were sitting with their coaches and they were eating together and they were discussing what they were practicing, and so it was a healthy environment for the whole 1 week and a half or 2 weeks.
So the lunch was healthy. They prepared healthy lunch.
Yes. Yes.
How much? So have you guys figure out the cost of the whole program from July 5th to the 13th?
Yes, we have. Actually, waigalolo din na kada madangelo say everything is lamor babara laro. So say the 19, a third of it dimnorakal mailuman.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so kada provide the healthy meals. Of course, ay gambring la araling with comes with fruits and vegetables and more arangal. So every day they provide a lunch. So you know, say the like what third am lorakal mailum direkalo nga sa Sport Federation so guk master although that our equipment maguk our volunteers are tir maguk lunch our volunteers are tir Michael gukngal sa ngasir and then direkalo nga sa MO ili nga ityam le run through the weekend manigi na take care our bus drivers mar cooks that guk o to the regal weekend ra
ko harar
tir gidul ko ndakal haraw but stipend guk ko you know gidul guk ko letir ka weekend tolungul ndi kada askar til mala se me mautan let abulangal kanto spare drivers marula kalir so I gave the expenses actually sa 19 am long songs kada matanga sam long songs so usually gi apply 25 ling ma-obis of course sa pala NOC akuk mlo fork out ta bebira akuk funding ngil mo ol nga seo hindi kada matanga lo say ka maklol tutal general SUGIYAMA ra lol nga seo ra ngal
so yang malungil later oy meleng you know malungi legal grant kada may apply the award kada kut clear program andi ngira del ulgo mang dial til tultuy retial grant ulgo ma MOE ma PNOC amal mol martial program mang asab edel malgora chairman Andrew gaguk ngara chairman ra education ngara senate ma minister polda gelo me cycle program ma pol sub il fund ma program amal mol malguk dial til el ang ko duguk oy tiling I'm sure ngal ga look forward and this is one way of kada tamita bebirar ngal gal stobay gal gora gangs mangara matamal mo meet each other mo kautangay and look forward to the next program which is hopefully tiasab el mo annually direkal gora di so local was mang ta 400 plus ngal ga. Were you guys able to award them like a certificate after the program that, you know, you completed this program and then, you know, the next program, matakoramal mo may look forward, you know, tokora na mo start educator, especially sa domesera internet lecturing tokora na mo start mga lolsis akrar ngal prepare ako ra resume tire throughout their life makunda sa iga malungil ko ra skills mongora di suggestion na nga allegor ko milwa say maybe next thing you know cuz kids you empower them and when you recognize them you build that self confidence within them so hopefully at the hospital or ranks mang self 25 and 19 hopefully mo 25 yeah. Mansap amil guk mga tmoklay gay idalwa. Magkikaral to ko hindi I'm sure kora mo ngilaran di ra ngal galwa se.
Yeah. No, we did at tigero gidero gul 400 ta obi sa ultoba the certificates and more tiro gui. And then each federation, like just competition. It's each federation amle they hosted like a camp or a clinic before. Edim letilo so should we ngarinya uktim le 2 days clinics, 4 days competition, ngarinya ukmle 4 days of clinics, 2 days of competition. Matiro kulungara alita madangali ukal sila federation ertin. And then each federation sabol mereka tu do little awards within Segid. And then of course everybody came together, a closing ceremony, Minister Education, SG at Tamangil, akuk mlausan egal certificate tem nora rogul nga mar all volunteers, you know, some kind of incentive mar nga look forward and
mang wangarat tetel sele kong kom arangal ga register mo regel interest yakyu volleyball swimming and then that's where you guys assign them.
So the kids when we had them sign up we gave them a choice of one sport. And that's why we said it was a developmental sport at time because the kids had to really decide what sport am I committed to.
Yes.
And of course, some of them are not sure, so they want to try out the new sports. But once they get in there, then they really stick to that. Let's say they go to swimming, and for that whole time, they're learning the basics of swimming leading up to like what Steph said. Toward the end, they'll have a 3-day or 2-day competition just within that group.
Wow.
So that's what the process was. But going back to the awards, I think MOE and PNOC especially, we've been running games for a very long time, so we know how it feels to finish with that award. So there was awarding. Like I remember there was a request for medals for individual like certain federations, but then at the end, at the closing ceremony, we had Director Mool and Secretary General Baklay there to award the certificates. So that was even a more highlight for the kids. They individually get, it's not a group certificate, it's individual certificate per child. And then they, as a group, let's say swimming, had a chance to come up and showcase their achievements throughout that week to everybody. They did a short presentation of what they learned in terms of skills and character and all of that during that that closing ceremony.
Camera ko sandal malgoramle exciting, well organized.
It's man exciting, especially especially si del basing, se malungil ng malhel per parents, marangal ka smart yan nga basta tol murangar along, igarogo il honto lolta karangal. May so by 8:30 ting apasa honto mlame PNOC or amle center or amle hub, marogo il basa merce angal kakmer. Eruk from there tuk nga basa more igel venues. Like tennis samlara or try athletics sa Talmala Tragargid or under renovation matamlara Long Island ma-ammunes. So tukok nga PNOC bus talmor gagid el venues. Matangangin mamre ulan Thursday and then akuk bus talmera NOC at 3 o'clock. My parents as il pick up or tukok nga se akuk kobi bus back to Honto.
So tiam larira 8 motri
3:30 or other
for that whole week.
Yeah.
The busing itself was like a highlight of this
yes.
This day for some of the kids because they would ride the bus over to PNOC and then they go to the sports venues. In the afternoon when their parents go pick them up at the sports venue, they don't want to be picked up. They tell their parents, go to PNOC and wait for me, I'm going to ride the bus there. So they ride the bus. They just want to get on the bus. They get
their friends.
Yeah, they get to PNOC. And then some parents come from Imali to pick up their kids. They don't want to be picked up. They want to ride the bus over
all the way with their friends.
Yeah, with their friends. So he was, it was a great,
good.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that maybe next year, if you folks do apply and get the grant, we hope that NCD will grant 25 or more. So that way, I hear Janice say you folks partner up with Palau Media Council, but I think Palau Media Council has to do their part. They have to come out and film the program, so you can share with the parents because there's parents who works from 8 to 5.
I see.
So I think the Media Council should come out and be able to film and then play on TV to be part of this funding.
I see.
Yeah, so I think once you capture it and share it with the parents and then people who there's kids weren't able to join will see the program and say, hey, this one, while my kids, I can drop them off and, come and join the program for that 1 week in the future.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially tigel 5 years old. They don't ride the bus like every day. Man, sila nga blidil more el boleta parents lower the 3 obis elitangar bus el Mariel venues. Some throw tantrums at tiramer. We wanna ride the bus. Man maringila parents ngelu or tears. So it was good. They were really looking forward, especially today del magekare.
So were they allowed to ride the bus?
Oh, they yes.
Okay.
Mal sabari or drop off and they are convenient and more
worried.
Why say a lot of them, especially the young ones and more the 3 follow a bus, which is understandable.
No, but it's really good. It's part of grooming them, you
I
know.
see. Yeah.
So, throughout this program, and since PNOC amle partner Lobangela MOE, it was 5 to 18 years, 18 and below. Akwandar was imlo sa PNOC through this program, identify tigel 13 or 12 to 18 years old, was tungil la skill certir mang sabil el dolmol mal recruiter tir start the trainer tir mo part tra future team Palau.
Yes, Akmal, agree. Actually, I have the breakdown here. Tirigel 400 Rogui, 216 amle saan. 201 amler din. So mal nga niya gender balance numbers, which was really good. Tirigel Kmili, like 5 to 7 years old, was about 1%. 13%. Ages 10 to 12 was about 28%. 8 to 10. Age 8 to 10 was 28%. 11 to 13 was 29%. 14 and 15 was 21. So I gave the middle group, let's say age 8 to 15, say gida wal mal ne klol nga participate. So yes, akmal agree lo say tagit sel age il mal da may sa potential sa nga tumargel sport to say tagita sorry, and then itrigel ko kung alas on ka nga potential ngi. So this is the best stage di regal de sa nga lagi, you know, will me osis akli like sumrod madangel was nga nga telel mo, you know, be part of a bigger team pala may work I gave the skills ma talents ngi to go forward. Yes, akmal agree la sit ay gida mal ne close age group.
Mangaral ko pa sports ko mal buto karangal kalme sign up for a look to register.
A popular one was swimming.
Oh,
really? 60 some end up, I think they went up to 90.
Wow.
It actually went up, the biggest was swimming. It went up to 103 or 109.
Wow. And what was the second one?
I believe it was volleyball.
You would think it was baseball. I was like maybe baseball then volleyball, but
I think it was the age group that made the difference, because swimming took 5-year-old all the way up to 18. So it was actually open for all the ages. And then the other groups, they like for baseball, they only catered to 5 or 6.
6 to
8.
6 to 8.
Oh, timle 6 to 8. Oh, that's
why. But yeah, we went to swimming to Marin Miller and put them and even 5 years old. Although the Capertiram is 6, a lot of the young ones are like, can we join? So of course, and
of course.
Yeah, ako kwa basket was more tigil nga 13 and up ako mal na interested. So you know, kakaroos ako interest ma. Yeah, so
mga mle ko mal purpose certial NCD grant ko mle apply nga sel ko maluul tamle open certial grant ngun mas kami ko mlo sa pamilungo.
Because I think physical activity one of focal points are NCD.
So the different areas of target for building a healthy nation, or the areas where we're facing challenges in terms of NCD, was physical activity, and that's where we came in, providing physical activity, hopefully to develop behavior that children will change their lifestyle so that they follow a healthy lifestyle. So like I said earlier, even though this is focused on physical activity, embedded in that is if you change your behavior, a lot of things change with it. So if you choose a healthy lifestyle through sports and physical activity, of course you won't want to touch alcohol, cigarette. You won't, even your diet will have to change because you want to get better at this. So you have to adjust your diet. So that's where the focus was with us, with PNOC and MOE doing this physical activity program.
So were you guys able to weigh the kids before the program and weigh them after?
No, that was not.
Maybe it's something.
Well, because this was a short. It's hard for you to see a change within this week and a half.
I think still week and a half, and then they're eating a healthy diet. Because I'm trying to have NCD provide you more funding, so you can buy scales and a nutritionist to come and explain why it's important to eat a healthy diet.
It's very good that you bring that up, because one of the things we were thinking about is this is a very short program.
Yes.
But like you said, we want NCD to invest in these programs.
Yes.
So there are other programs that are what do you say? Like programs that are in line with this. Like PNOC has programs that also lead up to these things. MOE has programs that lead up to this. So if we if all those programs get a little bit of funding to help make sure that it's sustainable and continues to grow roots into or to have solid foundation, so that when the NCD fund goes out, they can roll by themselves, then you will have all year round of healthy programs instead of just the intersession program and then leave it alone and then come back next intersession.
And I think that's where what I said earlier is because it's good you folks came to to share so the public can hear what you folks did. I think it was an excellent program, and that's what I was saying. I hope the MOE and PNOC and the hospital can combine, and then this program continues, not in the schools, because during our times there was actually learning a physical education. El angora namo ngaringin dim di alsal masisi el wayang aramong. I don't know. Siya kukura.
Well, it's different.
I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah, it's different because when you talk about sports and you talk about physical activity, physical education, there's a fine line there that we have to, because you have to consider the time allowed, the people you're catering to. Because there's a big difference in terms of audience and program that you're running. So in the old days, when you come out to phys ed, they just give you a ball and say, "Okay, go play with your group," and you out there. You know, you may think you're playing a lot, but not everybody is getting the lesson. So now we're trying to make sure it's focused to everybody gets the same lesson. And
that's good.
So it's more structured. Yeah, I think that's the big difference. Is it's more structured. Yeah.
No, but that's good. At least there's activity during the intersession, so you know it helps kids.
So if we have those programs connected to these, and then the other programs for PNOC from the sports federations, then it will be a whole year of just activities for the youth.
Yeah. I think it'll be good, and hopefully PNOC and you folks can continue to combine to create these activities for the kids.
Yeah, Jenny, what you tell din although my main focus on physical activity link con mga thematic areas sa NCD, kung that's why you dire kan hita igel other targets, nutrition, you know, you provide a healthy meal more mungila aliwir, because you know they're tired when they get home, matuf miya and get ready for the next day. So to di maasang, so we sa dalwa sa kada na hita ige ma dire tel time, although ang mal din na level time makmadangel wase nguk may titrir away from other things. So I hope I say so, you know, yidak matingel was of course our main focus rama physical activity, but I know yidirel hitaykel other targets also so I think maklo to tell adol mall milwaigel lodin, make it a sustainable thing and hopefully we get it every year lol nga maybe lang guk nga gagid already settle in stone activities ma programs regil, but to have the extra funding direct continuation sustain ay gagid dorura because since like YMO it tigel amle 2-3 years in a row lola at sidal nga so they did like after school program which was very good. And then nguk stubber el alir so that expected it, but then we don't have funding for that, so you know something.
But it's good that at least you folks partnership.
Of course, collaboration. No, pala kasi partners. You know.
I mean, it's education, and then you guys come out, and then you can direct identify future athletes ratin Belau. So I think you killed two birds at one stone.
And I think this is part of the NCD's NCD office's goal in this grant is to have agencies partner, work together with similar goals to really share resources and collaborative efforts to really promote healthy living. And I think PNOC and MOE has demonstrated that this can be very successful if we collaborate and share resources and efforts.
Nga rin igel throughout the program nga rin igel gora mul mesel okmong ngaral tokoyeng more most of immune mutal granta next year and sab ako como mutal improver ngi al ubay igel gora amul mesel gora mle challenges er kami and sab amin share.
Yes, sure. Ngani the look challenges nga mamle face planning, like I said, like man masara summer, micronesian games, ma preparation na Olympic games, so imal din na depende. Other MOE munguk na ngel scheduling conflicts, mna nga conference or tier, cell educational conference while we're also sa the week. So we had to adjust things around. So of course, I get the scheduling conflicts and more good planning I'll get say to find ruksel malfrit week or other and then we'll do that. Direct weather. But to kaya sports like tennis and baseball, nagirin nga outside. Sel week was meradim le marangal ka mo batol mera gym, magtadi uspe our national gym to do their programs or sale. So that was another challenge. That's other controlling Mother Nature. So yagi da other challenges, and I think din as elguk share a busing may elguk we're alel. I know mle will think the first time we're rooting so alel natalgi bel ko nga but he can share
I think on our side, of course, things ran very good, but we can always improve. One of the areas I think we need to improve on was at the very beginning, the recruitment. I think the word, even though we depended on the schools to do the recruiting, there was partly not very announced very well at the school level. So we had some kids that did not know about it. So they came in later. So they were last minute sign up. So that kind of changed the schedules a little bit because some federations have already set the program for 20 kids and or 50 kids, and all of a sudden another 15 comes in to sign up at the very last minute.
No, but it's good you were able to accommodate them.
Yes, the federations were very flexible.
That's
like
good.
Stephanie said, some were like tennis, they were out in the court, but it rained the whole week, so they were able to do it in the gym. Even with those extra kids, they were able to change up their programs. The transportation, of course, we were able to cater to kids from Ngarard all the way down to Koror. Because this was our first year, we did not host Peleliu, Angaur, and Kayang.
And Southwest.
Of course, Southwest is very far. We hope we could host them, but if we were to get this again next year, we hope that we'll be able to make arrangements so that we can host those islands as well, from Kayang all the way down to Angaur and even Southwest if they're here during that time. So
maybe you folks can find the Mosiga family, got a host family.
Yes.
And then
So maybe in the last kaigal schools, especially in Ngaya or Mabelio settlements in Mokera Munes Elementary School, in Goror. So to think about it. So there's always room for improvement. So hopefully next year
hopefully mo sa gilungit kalu daw sa NCD.
So they provide that air to
I think it sounds like it was such a successful program.
And then, of course, the busing itself, there were, because the limitation of busing to pick up from all the stations, there was one pickup area or two pickup area, let's say from Irai. We still had parents get up early in the morning just to take their kids to a certain location to catch the bus, and some of them go late. Those are little things that,
Di ko designate tapasyol was it kita basta etira multa karsay.
So I think those are little things that we can make changes to, but overall I think it was a great program.
It sounds like yung malmleungit program it was a success. I mean for the first time katangel bakli.
Minya dire kal nga kuk yel bebira parents kuk kadim nakalotangel girel maybe optim nakalotangay matya already na start or day before to hindi nagi modangay can we still register ngal so akmalawar ang sulegal sport federations and man accommodating and mal yes and they say no of course saying to already am na scheduler tier but they had to adapt and modify and make changes. Hindi say gidan dia kat itiaw na ngal sumta solid join. We did that until 2-3 days in the our solid register. Madire kat parents so sit yan dal sa elmutan malmon. Like they really wanted their kids elmutan nga additional time summer
Keeps
time
them busy.
So tamal na nga mal baby our parents mal mleo sa yan dal sa ngam dal sa elmutan mo kaman. So
Dia kata ba yung ngitar adara Palau Media Council or what Janice el partnership masalutan morngi ako meto de askertir el komrulia flyer tamem ta announcer ngi mar ata mo aware
I see. Yeah. Actually we came. I give let away.
Oh, and din dia rogul ata.
Yes.
You know sometimes ata yung kala al salam li nga 8 o'clock sorry lord in south wal. Munso ilol si sa ngi wase og morngi tiay del program leng dia kamal nga activity in the almol mutra was 5 years old. So, you know, I thinking it's good. And I hope that hospital sa ilmalmol rulita malbatok out of the federal grant, and I'm sure they're going to listen to this, and I'm sure they're going to be so proud. And hopefully, agum na sa next year 25 sel max. I think that's the max 25.
Yeah, this grant is actually local. It's not federal. It's
really
it's the tax from the sin tax from the alcohol and tobacco.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, so people who drink wine can know that they're investing in our kids.
We're not promoting, but we're saying that we're using it. That funding is also there's a part of it that OIK is separating to earmarking to go to NCD
that you clarified
to help prevent smoking and help these programs.
Yang malungin mangrulatriar ngalgedan mo otirin malimaro memlo kwatakol.
Yeah.
I'm glad funding. I'm glad you clarified that. Wow. Hindi ka ngot also milshare dong sim kom di diul masang I think mal hindi nga kaloreng sa kami mal mo excited and gidit tigal ngal gal amram ni enjoy especially tigalem le 5 ara krire mlo kompay na saulel ko ramlo sa umilngur morsel ngel 5 years old and men may 18.
I see.
Yeah.
Hindi ang maldilong nila dyan korogyo telte ale di bok announce ako atul albang lela PNOC program so kama albangan ilang so nga niya sel rota di na na to the flyer we've been sharing the flyer girela. It's a sport reporters academy. Anya teruro dira England tia second timer till May. First alamle early 2000. Iti ang erul timer till May magikura recruiter ngal between ages 16 to 25. Mul more early orientation but hindi ka makasay so gimal mutulog yung talte ale recruit more. Tigel sorry I know tigel guk nga private schools so ilmel weekend. Sila mo kadong obi sa mga dura ke ni ra klein ya ko nga ra say mada take advantage lang the madanga rogul was Belau hoster sel mini games next summer. So tiya ko lead up tirga de necessarily to the sports, you know, the more other media in general, madul interview, madul, you know, marula stories, put everything together. So a main focus or reason na dami lartira me ol nga sera nga ligedel market hook advertiser a lead up al more mini games and then during the games at the regal mo partra games you know put everything on the media mga so maldir open and more everybody's ilmera klugo or 2 p.m. After school Dilbera obis and then ang tirigel experts ang say mar other obis nga say put this etangartyang until October 2nd so malklol time o tirigel wuktakal sa itang schools ilmera after school or weekend ning malmol through the weekend. Yeah, so sa imong direl next week or October 3 to 5 PNOC pala a host tigel Pacific Games Council mailing all the host tagal maklol games sell year before the games at tirigel mared regal 24 countries about hoster tira May and then they have their general assembly meeting ruk o may segal facility so singirel gear and then they have their own meeting where dirang mo hoster tier gil expect nga 7 gil adal May so nga mer el weekend el makasay magidirekan na invite til mo chona egal Independence Day festivities rigid so wala akong master back pating ad but the next week ang tastatal kay garger and then they'll have their meeting October 3 to 5 so di nga ringira gym sa gidel meeting, of course, and then I give up the 3 mais o mesaigal facilities, ma venues and more nga games and other activities. So, yagita ko di tul al mga LOB sa mal the host or alwing man next week. So, mga susar ngal especially sa igidal 16 to 25.
Kumla mangaral games sa more ngira mini games.
Ngirogoy most I think in adital tennis and some others. Well, hindi kal salmal confirm but most ngirogoy. Of course the ngarbela mo hosta baseball, fast speed, sa igel gukti ka igel baby rabalu, sa iba Marcel gukti mla ka baseball ng dakakuran but igel sports ilgida kuk nga ngira balwat for sure igida po the host.
Kung man na mo popular tial 3 on 3 pa.
Yes, semang morning at 3 on 3, ma 5 on 5. Barebora morning abit mga nga indoor. Igea about the hostel dire.
Malungil.
Yeah.
Dia komran masaule. Miss Oimira malungil relo ka ma Mr. Terry, I'm sure our parents are malmlo excited. Ang kwadi one algarigal bakal morsel. Mlaring our parents will volunteer at the camper for this 1 week.
Yes. There were a couple of parents at the swimming pool, archery. There were parents that volunteered. That's also good. That came in, and there were some that were not there as volunteers, but they were just there to cheer on their kids. And
that's good.
Yes.
Close to 100 volunteers, Jen. Parents, material soldado, our siblings, tigal koa moana al group. Tigal soldado, maran le help el direct. Of course, I got sport federation, sa ani tigal junior players, tigal most all nga seo. So mal never to our volunteers
other federation
yes ako titir wuk malar volunteers mga itigal parents and groups are tirab all spare tir ma side that tigal parents
yeah sabi the was it yal abay mle over 1,000 al adalil a imori ringiling at sumte wal dart ngal plus our federation plus our volunteers
yeah
makomral masaul magpawara shout out and more tigero ne volunteer
thank you
mar adal mle donate ma autodara NCD hopefully katol ngit ruasim increase ringi well but it's a start. It sounds like even though mle katangel anting malwam le successful event mo komran misaul kukpay mo sa umidto de me isin mo rabalu mang especially our parents marangal galo Mr. Tialcio ekata pa yon ngit ruasel suko mangmutel malmol bianex. And sabi adal mo tial sure kamin mo after school and invite tra one el ngal gral ubang tour cell group pal may el share since you guys are partner up with the media council and Sal and Janice can bring more chairs so we can hear from them or each age group cell blem breakdown na rin akong dasing malmo exciting cell
they did share sa the last day so each federation amlo the or in front of everybody ruko ay sa silu mamle ungiringi challenges so malungi lating ititira
I think it'll be and not nice, only that tumamadu mga rapway
I say
makmon mas kamiltero ngem to klum iwe tong simra kong
okay halabak pang so chen ak malira nga sulem mga station or other media council mga dor ka mamelme mga dukuk ka kada tu kirel tal youth games and nomere di ba kumtera secretary general ergidra baklay tamangil ma president Frank Kiota mar atra board ay di kalawar nga sulela igel sport federation so mar staff tigal gukmle other obvious dire gal maldewer nga sulela Ministry of Education Minister Jenkins and lero ngay mga partner up collaborate marogul tigal bus drivers, smart cooks, tiga rogul adal na involved, especially volunteers. Alak tirigen dakal sa edal. I mean it's a collective effort na rogul at so maldio giutil te ale maldio nga sulela MOE ma tigel guknos ilon nga seol dire. Yeah.
Sulang.
Yeah, on that also want to thank you for being a great host.
No.
And
thank you.
Thank the parents out there for allowing their kids to join the program and having the confidence that the program was going to take care of them.
Yes.
Want to thank Stephanie and Secretary General Baklay and President Frank Kiota for their partnership. That was they were very flexible in terms of accommodating all the needs of the children and our partnership. Also, our Minister Jenkins for allowing us to run this program with PNOC. All the Chief Miguel and their cooks and bus drivers, the that was during the intersession where they usually would take a break, because that's when there's no kids on campus. Then There was a chance for them to take a break from busing and cooking, but they were willing to take on the task and really help because it was for the kids. So we're going to send out a thank you for that, and for NCD for awarding this fund that helped the program, and then hopefully that we can continue to do this kind of program for the kids in the future. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mako maral masaulit teru maral shout out tan mortigel rogu lil a imorir tegi the program el kit maklit wara madarira PNOC ma MOE later Steph Ngirchoimei ma Mr. Dean Terry ra Ministry of Education e komran masaw le rogul mulkukmlo sab ami loreng se omesertiang e okore mo komolmol melo mesra igal show matok show leng alut to tiagi del tora grant del longot mo kangil gukirela next year etan mutan metod mun sab ami register ar ngal gir tiagi del malungin program el gatingir el meruringi mo komran masaw li adios lonmol melo makal tangat tiagi de rogoy mabalwat Belau dia kapom roy da pangwa ma next show luguk mem isia gender equality gender based magadol ngita kami dia kapom roy so da lo ay salwa sa klura sure gidraw da swal klura 8 o'clock ya mother ngobu tamira mga sao junior ngiyata tigel ko social mormurtan mo president ame bengged mang sab amil tune in raklura 8 o'clock mako mal masaul eklutulwa se adios lon mol lo makal tangat gidro koy mapalwat sulang.
The Palau Media Council's Summer of Health and Wellness highlights healthy and holistic activities in Palau, including government wellness programs, Team Palau workout regimens, Palauan NGO activities, and the upcoming Omao Marathon in September. The Summer of Health and Wellness is a Healthy Palau, healthy initiative for locally funded NCD prevention and health promotion programs.